Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. I am David and I'm coming to you from the inner and the outer reaches of the universe, bringing you the messages that come to me to enhance my life and to show you who you are, how magnificent you are, to support you in your day and in your life in this physical dimension that you go in and out of until you don't. It feels like I haven't been here in a few days, which is true. But whenever the pattern is a little shifted, time warps around itself. So even though I'm doing 2 broadcasts a week, and sometimes they come very quickly upon each other, this time it feels like I haven't been here broadcasting in a while, even though that's not true. So it's great to be here. Great to be with you. Great to sit in this chair and communicate with you in the way that my message is delivered, for each one to receive it as it is for them to receive it. Every summer we have our kids camp. I'm a tennis instructor at a local athletic club. And every year as school ends, we start our camp with the kids. Sometimes we have 30, sometimes 50 kids, starting from the age of 6, maybe 5, up to 15. And we never know how many kids are going to come. And usually I don't teach the camp because I have other responsibilities. But when we get an overflow, it's kind of an all hands on deck call so that all of us have to be involved. So this week I was at camp and the kids are amazing, all unique, all with their own energy and magic. Some come up and hug you, some still shy, move back. Some tell jokes, some sing. All are pretty bossy, for it's their world and they're living in it. And so all the coaches manage these little ones. And sometimes we look at each other and think, it'd be good to see who they are in about 15 years. You kind of have that, they're going to be doing something feeling. I had some of the older kids on my court. We have like 5 courts of kids. And 3 or 4 of the kids on my court ended up knowing classic rock obviously their parents listened to it. So they were singing songs by Led Zeppelin, Aerosmith, The Who, all these famous rock bands, and they're like 11 years old, and they know every word. And so we talked music. I knew a lot of the songs too, and we sang them as we were playing tennis. The one kid would just break out into song. And today, Friday, our last day, is game day. So they get to play games, pick the games that they want to play on the court, and then they have pizza. And all of a sudden, we started talking music again and got my phone out and went to YouTube and played some of the songs they wanted to hear. And they all circled around me and just started singing. And I said, let's go take the talent show down to the other courts. And they said, yeah. And then they said, no, we want to play tennis. I said, let's play tennis. And the girls were quiet. They weren't singing, but you could tell they wanted to. And when I stopped the music, they said, hey, keep the music going. I said, oh, you're shy. You're not singing. They said, well, I love music. I play the piano, I sing. And I said, let's go. I said, give me a song. They said, well, you won't like the songs I like. And I said, I like everything. They said, you have Taylor Swift? It's like I'm a DJ. And I said, what song? And we found the song, and the three girls started singing, and they were shy, still kind of backing away, but knew every word. And in a moment, they kind of lit up and didn't care who was looking. And the boys went off. They were just playing tennis at that point. I don't think they liked Taylor Swift, but they were waiting for some more rock music to come on. So they said, Coach David, play Fly Like an Eagle by the Steve Miller Band. So they started singing that, and we just had a blast. So it's amazing to watch these kids and give them space, yet let them know that their boundaries, and to watch them enjoy their life. We had a lunch break 2 days ago. Lunch is at 12, and I'm sitting there with the kids. These kids were 8, 9, and they were talking about video games. And then all of a sudden, one little girl said, do you believe in God? To the other two little kids, or three at the table. And the one kid said, I don't know. I don't know if that's real. And the other kid said, oh, it has to be real. Who made the trees? Who made the people? And the other kid said, yeah, it's got to be real. I'm just sitting there watching, just smiling. And the kid who brought it up, she was very firm in her statement. Of course, there's a God. Having a little bit of religious fervor to convert the non-believers. But then one little girl said, well, I heard aliens brought us here, that they made us and they brought us here. And then the one kid said, oh, well, that's cool. and then 30 seconds later, they were back to video games. There was no energy of I'm right, you're right, it's got to be a God. can't be a God. It was gone. And yet it was the whole kind of everything that exists in life without a label or restriction. It was inclusion, and nobody forced anything on anyone. And I just smiled, and the one girl finally turned to me and looked, the one who spoke about aliens, but it didn't matter. She felt maybe uncomfortable, but not really. And I just gave her a thumbs up. But the thumbs up was just, you were just being you. It doesn't matter. Everything is a part of the whole. So even the person who says, I'm not sure, I don't know if I believe in God, thumbs up. Because there's no law, there's no rule, there's no way. And those of us who know that you are a part of everything. But he was in his own peace within himself, and none of it lasted very long. So it's been a fun week of being around that energy, and it's also fatiguing in a way to be around all that energy for long periods of time. But all of us coaches, we support each other. So I had already written something that I wanted to share, and that last thing that I spoke about just came in and made it clear, or made it connected, let's say. This is called All Inclusive. I see my face everywhere. Every face has a part of me and expresses an expression that is from within me. I am the original source of it all. In your smile is my vibration of unconditional love. In your mischievous wink is my essence of lightheartedness. In your look of excitement is my unlimited, spontaneous joy. And in your blank stare is my searching curiosity. I am the original source of it all. And in my lower vibrational field is your frown, and your sadness, your anger, your judgment, your fear, and your destructive nature. All these are shown on your face and in your eyes, and they all come from me. So you can see me everywhere in every face. Or you can just choose to see me when it suits you. Do what is best for you. It does not matter to me. And it does not change the truth of which I just told you. When my beloved Son, the Christ, spoke the words, I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. And they answered him saying, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? And he answered them, truly I say to you, as you did it to one of these, the least of me, you did it to me. I see my face everywhere. Every face has a part in me. Know that the bigger truth is that when you help or judge someone, you are doing it to yourself because they are you. Not exactly you, but a part of you, for every face makes up the whole. And the whole is a picture of the high vibration and the low vibration and everything in between. And you, as an individual piece of the whole, are exactly the same. For the low vibrational energy that exists, some can use the experience of it to point it out to the world. Others have come here to shift it, and some have come to just love it. It is the same for the high vibrational and every vibration in between. There are an infinite number of reasons for these vibrations to exist, and all are perfect, for none is better or worse than another. They are all created for each one to discover the part of themselves that they are connected to in this particular incarnation. But know without a doubt that they are all me, and nothing will happen without my approval. Look into the face of me that is everywhere and see me inside that face. Have compassion for me, have kindness towards me, have love for me. Consider me as you would consider yourself, for as you wrestle with your being and your purpose and your feeling of not fitting in, not coming from here, and not being seen or heard, know that the one that you are judging is feeling the exact same way. They are missing a home that they don't remember, but that they can feel, acting out from frustration, fear, and the feeling of being alone. As I said before, some of you have come to the planet to experience being the one who would expose the low vibration. Some have come to fight against the low vibration. And once again, some have come to love the low vibration. But you all have come with that low vibration within yourself. And in some random moment of your life, because you have everything within you, no matter how enlightened or awakened you think you may be compared to another, it will come to the fore. All are perfect, and all are a part of me. None is more perfect or more righteous. And from these ways of being that you have chosen, your only suffering comes from trying to convince others to see what you see and be what you are. It is impossible. Therefore, there will be suffering. It is a personal journey for you and you alone. It may appear to be lonely, but I am always with you. You may share your experience of exposing or fighting or loving, but you cannot convince the other to react as you react to what is so personally moving for you. At some point, once you have experienced what you have come to experience, you may change so that a lover might become the fighter might become the exposer, and the exposer may become the lover. It is an infinite experiential journey for an eternal being who will only find happiness when they become aware of the game of which they are playing. Everything comes from me, and everything belongs to me. What you expose, I already know. What you fight against, I love. And what you love, I expose. These experiences and the qualities that are in you to support them have no hierarchical position. No one is more of anything than anyone else. You are already me. What more would you like to be? It is just simply a different experience. And because you have forgotten that you are me, you have forgotten that it is just an experience. You have forgotten that you already know that what you expose has no power. You have forgotten that what you are against needs no war. And you have forgotten that nothing needs loving. Everything is simply an experience, and it is perfect. And when you remember that, you will ask nothing of anyone, for you will see clearly that you have chosen this experience just for you. And even if what I tell you now does not resonate with you, and you choose to continue to convince others and experience the suffering that comes with that, that too is perfect. That too is what you have chosen to experience. This whole design is fraught with mischief. That is why laughter and lightheartedness are the antidote to everything. Built within this design is the naturally occurring annoyance of one another. And only humor has the power to overcome it. It is true that each one is perfect, but it is also not true. For although it is true that that is your nature, in this human realm, this physical realm, that perfection cannot be seen. And no one sees that anyone is perfect except themselves. And once again, laughter is the remedy. No one thinks of themselves as an annoyance or having any annoying qualities. Yet, because of this design and the free will that exists, there are 7 billion ways to slice a tomato. And although your way is perfect to you, it may be completely annoying to someone else. And as a matter of fact, it most certainly is. So, here in the game of experiences that I have created, things matter that never, ever should matter, and that don't matter where you truly live and in your true nature. So, have a laugh on me and with me, and choose your own experience with the purpose of enjoying your life. Choose to know it is a game and enjoy it from the perspective that I am looking at it. Or choose to know nothing at all and experience this game from the perspective of that until you decide to know that there's something more. Either way, let laughter lead the way, followed by mischief and lightheartedness as you play the game of life on an infinite stage of the universe and beyond. What if you had to provide a playground where everyone could experience everything possible that exists within the whole while still searching for something new, some way to expand the whole? You would have to bring in the darkness to help those who wanted to see the light. You would have to bring in the light to help those who wanted to see the darkness. You would have to bring in all the opposites to give everyone an opportunity to find what they're looking for. You would have to allow every annoyance, every difficulty, every so-called negativity, even just for the one whose choice it would be to experience transcending all these things. Now multiply that times 7 billion, and you have what looks like chaos, but what in fact is the most beautiful, living, dynamic symphony ever composed, conducted by the master conductor and 7 billion of its co-creators. So my love for that one and for every one of you is the same, and I will always provide the feel that you need to experience what you have desired to experience. And I will move heaven and earth to do that for all 7 billion beings on this planet and the infinite number of beings who exist everywhere. There is no prejudice. All choices and all experiences are of equal value to me. So, as the one who wrote these words and is speaking them to you often says, simply enjoy your life and enjoy the experiences that you have chosen to experience. Therefore, know that unconditional love is the inclusion and acceptance of everything. If you want to know who I am and what constitutes my nature, it is that everything is included. Nothing and no one is left out. So know that no matter what you do, I will always love you, and I am always with you. If God had a name, what would it be? And would you call it to his face? If you were faced with him in all his glory, what would you ask if you had just one question? And yeah, God is great. Yeah, God is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home. If God had a face, what would it look like? And would you want to see if seeing meant that you would have to believe in things like heaven and in Jesus and the saints and all the prophets? But yeah, God is great. Yeah, God is good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home. Every face is his face or her face, the face of Source, made into a human form. All the energy has come from that source. Everything is included. My peace I give to you. These words I give to you so that you may enjoy your life, include everything, and make that life a perfect life. a life with perfect health, and a life with great fun and magic. Thank you for joining me. I am David.